She stopped at mile 160, but she didn't quit. There's a story behind that. This is your daily message from Chad, number 1126, to upgrade your mental game today by telling yourself a better story. Because the most important story you hear is the story you tell yourself. This message is dedicated to Dr. Terrie Wurbacher. Here's the upgrade. Ending something can feel like failing, but upgraded thinking knows some endings are necessary to make room for what comes next. Here's the story. If you've been with me a while, you know Dr. Terrie. I've been telling you pieces of her story since message 583. She's 77 years old. She spent her career as an emergency room doctor in the military. She was a worrier until a chaplain gave her a sentence that changed her life. Everything always works out for me. I've adopted that sentence as one of my own core beliefs. This week, Dr. Terrie was out on the Vol State 500, a 314-mile race across Tennessee. She's finished that race before. This year, at 77 years old, she covered more than 160 miles before back spasms made it necessary to end her race. Notice the word I chose, necessary. Dr. Henry Cloud wrote a book called Necessary Endings. His central picture is a rosebush. A rosebush produces more buds than it can support. A good gardener prunes, cuts away even healthy branches, so the best blooms get the resources they need. Cloud writes, quote, "Getting to the next level always requires ending something, leaving it behind and moving on," end quote. Pruning isn't punishment. Pruning isn't failure. Pruning is strategic. It's forward-looking. Is Dr. Terrie disappointed? I'm sure some part of her is. Another finish would have been nice. But she's already finished that race. Putting herself on the starting line again at 77 and covering 160 miles is remarkable all by itself. There was nothing left to prove, only something to protect. So she made the call the wise gardener makes. Some things in your life need that same call. Not because they're bad. Maybe because they're only good, and good is taking resources from the best. Maybe because they're not getting well no matter what you invest. Maybe because they're already over and you haven't said so out loud. The good cannot begin until the bad ends. Sometimes the best cannot begin until the good ends. The better story to tell yourself is, everything always works out for me, even the endings. Tell me a story of a necessary ending to fromchadsmith@gmail.com. Send someone a text and ask them, what do you need to prune? You can get a free copy of my book, The Most Powerful Story in the World, by going to fromchad.gumroad.com. The transcript of this message and hundreds of others are always available at www.fromchad.com.